Hi, I'm Science TOSA Christina Skaggs, and this is TwigTime. Today our focus is kindergarten. We are going to focus on Module 1, which is My Big Nature Adventure. And for our students, the first driving question that they're going to be working with in their student workbook is, what is science? And in this driving question, there's about 4 different lessons. However, none of these lessons require anything from the module kits. So the students will be working on these first 4 lessons, learning all about what scientists do and how they act, and science safety. So once you're done with driving question number 1, you're going to want to move to driving question number 2, and that is, what do plants need? So in this driving question, the students are going to be doing about 10 different lessons where they're focusing on what plants need. How much water does a plant need? How much sunlight does a plant need? And before you get started with your first lesson, there's a few things that you're going to want to do. For your driving question, you're going to need your handy dandy kit, okay? So just make sure that you have My Big Nature Adventure, and it's going to say K1, and that will be all of your items that you're going to be needing for these next couple of lessons. So let's do some unboxing. When you open your kit, you're going to have your module lab kit information. Shows you pictures of all of the items that is in your kit, which is super helpful. And then on the back side, you're going to have the information as to when you're going to need each item for which lesson. Okay? And in your kit, you're going to have some gloves. You are going to have some pots for your plants. You'll have a couple bags of soil, some index cards, some radishes, and then also the pack of the student cards that you're going to be needing for lesson 1, and of course some magnifying glass and some colored paper, which you'll be needing in one of the future lessons. So you're going to want to plant your plants before you hit lesson 6. Lesson 6 is where the students are going to be doing an experiment with water and plants that have water and plants that do not. So you can go ahead and plant all of your plants at the beginning of your driving question for number 2, but just know that lesson 6 is when you're actually going to be needing the first part of your plants. So let's go ahead and plant. We're going to go ahead and do about halfway full, and this can be done by the teacher or by the student. Pack it down just a little bit, and then you're going to go ahead and add your radish in the middle, and I would add a few radishes just to be sure that they're going to grow. And then you can go ahead and water them on a regular basis. I would water them probably every 2 days or so. Go ahead and take your radish, and you can even have the students do this process as well, and drop in a couple of the seeds here into each middle part of the plant, and then go ahead and fill up the rest of your pot with the remaining soil. Fill all the way up to the top, so that way when you water, it doesn't go all the way down. Go ahead and push it down just a little bit. Do the same for all the other plants. Okay, once you have your plants already ready to go, we're going to go ahead and water them and place them in some sunlight. So of course we want our plants to grow before the driving question is started. So go ahead, and even though we've labeled them sun and no sun and water and no water, we need to make sure that we are giving them plenty of sun and plenty of water so that they do grow. Once we start our experiment in lesson 6 with the water, no water, then you're gonna stop giving one of the plants water. Again, same thing with lesson 8. We're going to want the plants to grow first, but then we want the students to see the effect of no sunlight. So you're going to put the one with no sunlight probably into a closet or someplace where you aren't getting any sunlight at all. The last thing you're going to want to do is print out those word wall cards, and pro tip, I would probably laminate them so that you could use them for future use. You're going to get ready to jump right into lesson 1 with your kiddos and have a great time learning about plants.